Hi, and welcome to Patriot Pride. I'm Phil Lakin.
And I'm Scott Sanfillippo.
This month we have covered everything from soccer to mascotting.
And our trainer Margaret to inline skating. So stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Today, in the United States, we have many cases of DWI, or driving while intoxicated. 250,000 people have died in alcohol-related accidents in the past 10 years. Presently, 25,000 people are killed each year in alcohol-related accidents. We have to put a stop to this and save innocent lives. You can help. Just call 1-800-DON'T-DRINK-AND-DRIVE and find out what you can do for our society. Remember that a life is lost every 20 minutes due to this problem.
The Lantern and the Erase Club are two of the most interesting clubs to join here at Wayne Hills. Students are taking on important worldly issues and putting their creativity on display. Here's a look at the future of the nation right here at Wayne Hills. Every year, students with an interest in writing, poetry, artwork, and photography gather with Mr. Summers to create Lantern magazine. This year's editors are Larissa Namath and Ceer. Every week, both seniors' creative minds meet in room 212 and review poetry submissions.
Anybody can submit stuff, you don't have to be in Lantern, you just put the poems and stuff or artwork or prose or whatever it is into Mr. Summers' mailbox in the main office, and it gets discussed here, and then if we know who the author is, we usually come and try and find them and tell them, what's going on, and then we put it in the magazine if it's accepted.
Usually, meetings consist of poetry readings and discussions about the pieces. However, Lantern isn't just about reading poetry.
Lantern isn't just for poetry. It's not just us sitting here reading off a piece of paper and just discussing it. If you want to bring in your guitar and have a performance, just to hang around, just to listen to music, you can do that too.
Also, every year, Lantern sponsors a coffee house where members of the club and other students drink coffee and cake and naturally read and write poetry. The major purpose of the club is to produce their magazine. Throughout the year, members choose which poems, photographs, and artworks will be considered to be featured in the magazine. At the closing of the year, the magazine is distributed to students and teachers who have an interest in knowing what Lantern has produced.
Erase stands for End Racism and Sexism Everywhere, and we meet every Monday after school for about an hour. And this year, the goals of the club are to, of course, end racism and sexism as much as we can. We're going to put up posters all around the school to try to gently remind people that racism and sexism is not accepted. And we're also trying to break the age barrier, so we're going to go to a senior care facility and interact with them. And we are also going to, for one day in November, all the members of Erase will be sitting at a different lunch table to see what similarities in people's personalities make them click.
If you'd like to join Lantern or Erase, membership is always available. Speak to Ceer or Larissa Namath to find out how you can add your voice and visioning to Lantern magazine. Or you can speak to Lauren Lashevsky about how you can join Erase and help promote an end to prejudice. Next up, we have fencing. This is a sport where you see people moving around trying to hit each other with a sword. Fencing is also a sport where you will have to do quite a bit of thinking. Fencing is also a fun sport. Let's take a look.
All my friends, yellow rider.
Hopefully, we ended up 6 and 7 last year with 5 starting sophomores. So I hope that we're going to be well over 500 this year. We should do very well. Because I think it's a good sport for a lot of athletes. It's a thinking sport. It involves a lot of speed and agility, but it also involves a lot of thought. So I think it's a very safe sport, and it's just an alternative to the other major sports.
Drive a little slower. No rider is a real goer.
Oh, that's a tough one. Last year, based on records, it was sophomore Ryan DePere in Epee. He did well, very well as a sophomore. He had, as I said, the best overall record, and he also won 2 or 3 very close meets when we were tied 13-13 and came through with wins for us to win 14-13. So when the pressure was on for a young kid only being a sophomore, he really came through. So right now, I'm looking at him. But my senior Kevin should do very well. And a lot of my other sophomores that are now juniors, I'm looking forward to them doing extremely well. I don't know. They actually the sport of fencing is not portrayed all that well in movies. It's matter of fact, it's done very poorly because fencing competition, the way it's done, is much different than they get real theatrical in movies. You have Zorro movies and things like that, but that's not what real competition is like. It's very much quicker than that, and so I don't think they do a very good job portraying it in movies.
It's not like the major sports like football and basketball and baseball, it's different, but people see it as like, oh, it's stupid because you see just guys like hitting each other, but it's more, once you get into it, you start to actually realize how much fun it can be.
The girls' soccer team this year was coached by Mr. Shale. The teams have had many victories led by Lauren Mezzi and Ali Donofrio. Ali set a record this year for total number of goals scored. Good job, girls.
Coming into this season, our expectations were certainly to play to the best of our ability. That sounds kind of vague. Tangibly, we wanted to compete for the county championship, which we did to some extent, and we wanted to be as competitive as possible in the league this year, and really just play to the best of our ability.
So Ceer, Dano, and Lawrence Ruda coming out for Indian Hills. Not sure who came in right there. Kearney Wilson looking for her teammate, number 9.
I'd say they were met overall. While things didn't work out quite as well as they could have, I've been relatively pleased. It seems as if we haven't gotten some of the breaks we might have wanted. We've had a few untimely injuries. We've had some unlucky breaks. So while I wouldn't say I was disappointed, I certainly perhaps would have hoped for more, but certainly not in any way due to the effort put forth by the girls, by the players. We've had a lot of kids have some real nice seasons. Lauren Mezzi, who's a senior, and Ali Donofrio, a junior, both have scored a lot of goals for us this year. We've had our defense was kind of anchored by Amanda Schimpf and Amanda Schimpf playing defense, Caitlin Kiernan into the goal, along with a number of underclassmen who stepped up and really filled some nice roles. Jen Maiello, another senior captain, did a real nice job in the midfield for us this year. It's been really more of a team effort than any real 1 or 2 girls standing out. Really more the same. What I look forward to is really just the hard work and dedication that it's going to take to do well in this league. So far we have 7 losses this year. 5 of those losses are to teams ranked in the Star Ledger State Top 20. So it's a very tough conference. It's a tough league, but I like that. I don't mind that. I think you should play the best competition. It's going to make you the best team. So what I really look forward to is more of the same hard work and effort and dedication. And if that happens, wins will come. And if we play well and work hard and we don't win some games, I can live with that as well, as long as we're giving 100% effort.
Who is the woman behind the golf cart? Margaret Doherty is the athletic trainer here at Wayne Hills, and we will be showing you a behind-the-scenes look at what her job entails. Also, you will be able to take a look at how athletes prepare and practice for games. Margaret plays a huge role with sports here at Wayne Hills.
the care and prevention of athletic injuries, rehabilitation of athletic injuries, and just overall conditioning of the student athletes. I like medicine, I love sports, and it just seemed a great blend. Dislocated elbows, actually probably somebody putting their hand through the window was the worst, just before a big game. Just dealing with all the students, trying to get them, finding out if it's pain, if it's their pain tolerance is low, and they're just, you know, when they panic because they have a second injury of the same kind. A lot of kids just stop by to say hello all the time. It depends. Some days I'm here 12 days, and some days 4 because it's a Saturday and there's only one game. It evens out. At the end of the school year, evens out to about a little bit more than a teacher's here, where they're 7 hours a day. But some days I'm here 12, some days I'm here 4.
Don't drive too fast.
Between ankle sprains and shin splints, I mean, everybody's got to get used to running so their legs hurt and somebody trips over somebody else's feet. So it's both two most common injuries.
Take a little trip, take a little trip and see. Take a little trip, take a little trip, take a little trip with me.
They went 13-10 last year and are looking to improve on that from last season. They promised to be a little more exciting this season. They definitely have the talent to do so, with last year's Passaic County honorable mention to Dallas Lynch. You guessed it, it's the Wayne Hills varsity boys basketball team.
She was sitting at the table, you could see she was a neighbor. So she ran into the bedroom. Annie, Annie, you okay? You okay? You okay, Annie? You okay, Annie? Annie, you okay? You okay?
Giovanni puts up the three and he nails it. So
Hi, my name's Dallas Lynch.
I'm Eric Reeser.
And we're seniors in the Wayne Hills basketball team.
Giovanni puts up the three and he nails it.
Greg Olson is going to be a big key this year. David Damo.
We're going to have a junior, Ryan Horhan, who didn't get much playing time last year, but he should be a big contributor to the team. Also, Andrew Bucci, who I think might be our backup point guard, is a very solid player.
Yeah, we're getting a new coach. I'm kind of happy we got a new coach because the last one didn't get too into the game, and this one will.
Yeah, I think the new coach will bring a big change upon our team. I mean, he seems to have a better offensive system. He's motivated. He wants us to win. I mean, I'm pretty excited about this upcoming season.
Orzo with the three and it's good.
Definitely foul shooting. We were terrible at that last year.
Yeah, we were not really good at the charity stripe. Also, we need to be more offensive-minded, run our plays through, stop being as selfish as we were last year, a little more team play. Also, our defense could pick up a little bit. We have some really good defensive players such as David Damo and Chris Zambelli, which we didn't mention earlier. And once we pick up the defensive intensity, no one can really stop us.
Definitely Ramapo and Pascal Kills.
PV should also be a good opponent. Maybe Old Japan. I'm not really sure.
Our goals for the season are obviously to do better than last year and play as best as we can.
I think also we want to go past the first round of states. I mean, we've been knocked out, 3 years in a row. But this year's going to be a little bit different, and hopefully we'll have fun this year, It's always good fun.
Clap your hands and stomp your feet. It's time to learn about Patriot Pete. You see him at all the games, hyping the crowd, making them really loud. He is really cool and lots of fun, and his head weighs a ton. So come all and take a seat. You're all in for a Patriot treat.
Hi, my name's Phil Lakin. I am currently the mascot for Wayne Hills, Patriot Pete. I got the job for Patriot Pete about 3 weeks ago. Mr. Shale and Mr. Zisa told me that Mrs. Clarico wanted me to do because they heard I was the Pink Panther last year for the freshmen at Spirit Week. I enjoy it a lot. It's really fun to do. I get to hang out with a lot of varsity cheerleaders. It's a little painful though because that mask is about 20-something pounds, and it gets really, really hot in there during the games. I have to take like a 5-minute break every now and then because it just overheats. Every home game you can see me. Fridays, usually Saturdays sometimes. On the sidelines. No, I do not practice with the cheerleaders. I might be attending 1 or 2 though, just to listen and learn the rest of the cheers. I learned most of them already by just listening and watching while I was at 2 of my first games. There is something special I do during the games. I do a complete leapfrog over a standing up cheerleader. Stephanie, varsity cheerleader. I just a full leapfrog over her. My favorite 2 cheers are Stomp and Shake It. The first time I did Stomp and Shake It, actually, I thought it was Stop and Shake It, so you see me being an idiot, like Stop and Shake It, but it's really Stomp and Shake It, so that's one of my favorites, and the other one is the kick line. And the first time I did that, I actually kicked the girl right in the leg, because I didn't know which way we were going, but now I know how to do it. My inspiration for Patriot Pete, I feed off the energy that comes from the crowd, and then I give them back even more. So when they're excited, I'm excited, and I'm pumped, and I'm ready, and yeah! Apart from being the mascot, I am also a professional actor. No, because ever since 9/11, there's not been much acting opportunities. Most of the auditions take place in New York, and a lot of them have slowed down still. Patriot fans, we like to hear you stop and shake it.
Girls basketball is a sport everybody loves to play and watch. The girls from last year are looking to improve upon last year's record. We talked to freshman coach Badami, who gave us some insight on what to expect for this year's team.
For the Wayne Valley, and we got to look out for that. But I think defense of the Wayne Hills will shut them down today, hopefully.
Out first is Kim Beatty, a star freshman, who's one of the leading scorers for the Wayne Hills Patriots. Next was Ashley Kennison, another leadership senior, followed by Jill Konarski. At guard, co-captain Becky Chilowitz, another very high scorer for the Wayne Hills Patriots, someone who should definitely be watched for the long-range shots.
Yes, she is very good. I've seen her in one of the games, and she's got a great outside shot. She can do a lot of things off the dribble, and I'm looking for her to score at least about 20 points.
We have a younger team this year. We don't have many seniors. We're mainly led by juniors and sophomores, so we'll be a young team but a competitive team. I think we'll be competitive this year. I don't know how many championship titles will be in our future for this year, but we're definitely going to give everyone a good competitive fight. Biggest threats are Old Japan. They always have really tall girls. They're good under the boards. Pascack Valley, you have to look out for them. They usually do well in championships, so if we do well against them, we're going to have a great season.
This past summer of 2002, the Wayne Hills cheerleading squad went to Pennsylvania for 4 days of cheer camp, along with other cheerleaders from the Northeast. Individual squads get evaluated on stunts, cheers, dances, and jumps. All of Wayne Hills received gold ribbons, the most prestigious award. Besides learning routines and improving their skills, the girls went home with an experience of a lifetime.
Varsity, and of course the JV about.
You never emailed me back. Peanut butter jelly, 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 breaking down and freeze, breaking down and freeze, breaking down and freeze, breaking down and freeze.
Hi, we're here with Coach Clarko for the Wayne Hills cheerleaders. We're going to talk to her today about how camp went this year. What do the girls expect?
There's 3 days we get there. It's in Pennsylvania. They're expected to warm up the whole morning. So warm up, they learn cheers. After cheers, they learn stunts. They learn new routines, a dance routine. And they learn about teamwork, working together with a new team.
Do the girls get evaluated or tested on these cheers and dances that they learn?
Yeah, at the end of the 3 days, the girls get together as a team and they get evaluated as a team and individually on the cheers and the dances that they learn and the stunts. And they receive ribbons, either a gold for excellent or a blue, and it goes down to red and to white. And our team, all 3 teams received all golds.
How much of a success would you say this year's camp was?
I think it was a tremendous success. It helped girls work together, and it's brought them together as 3 different squads. A lot of them didn't know each other, and it's worked to our benefit.
Would you say that the cheerleaders have fun going to camp?
Yes, they have a great time going to camp.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Big fish, little fish, cardboard box, looking through my wardrobe, heavy shopping, climb up the flagpole,
And that's all for the November edition of Patriot Pride.
Thanks a lot and tune in next time. I'm Philip Gregory Lakin.
And I'm Scott Sanfillippo saying,
May the 4th be with you.